What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the new year. We are going to be taking a look at Percy Jackson and the Olympians. This is going to be a special reaction because unlike another series that I took that I took a look at was Harry Potter. I didn't watch it before. I didn't read any of the books or whatever. I didn't have any knowledge except for cursory knowledge that people have brought to my attention while watching the series. And then I went back around and read the books, and I was like, wow, there's a lot of stuff these books have that the movies don't, especially the sixth one, and I complained about it. Speaking of that, we're going to be taking a look at Fantastic Beasts starting in February. But yeah, Percy Jackson's different because Percy Jackson was my Harry Potter. Literally, when I was a little child at the age of 11, I read Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and I read the entire series. Starting from I think there's like 5 books I if I remember. But I have some fondness and recollection on what happened in these books. So I'm going to see, is this a good adaptation other than the movie, which at the time I liked the movie. It was fine. I was able to separate book from movie and realize that, like, hey, I just like seeing these characters in live action. It's fine, or it's whatever. But people have been saying this movie's actually pretty good. So, of course, sequential episodes are not going to have this long intro or discussion in the beginning because I like to prep you guys on what's going to happen, how we're going to be doing this. We're going to be uploading 1 episode a week. If you want to have early access, head over down to Patreon for only $5. Or you can go ahead and follow me over on Twitch, where sometimes we stream this stuff live, and you guys can catch me live watching it. The link to all that's going to be in the description, of course, as well as the pinned comment. But with that being said, we're going to get to episode 1, which is chapter 1 of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I accidentally vaporized my pre-algebra teacher. Hopefully, hopefully, since they have more time, they will elaborate on some other stuff, because there's a lot that was left out in the movies, other than just aging them up by like 6 years.
So real 1 minute, and then the next.
What a loser staring outside. God, what kind of loser would do that? Like, he's a kid. Like, kids have these imaginations. Like, why would another kid be like, he's crazy, he's insane? I would be like, he's creative, he's cool.
What you see here are the truest and deepest parts of yourselves. Friend.
I'd be like, sir, if a teacher is teaching me that,
monsters.
like, what do you mean this is the realest part of ourselves?
You will learn to control yourself. Do you understand me?
Me?
Ma'am? It literally looked like she appeared out of nowhere.
Percy's special.
Okay.
That's enough. Pay them no mind.
Shout out to girl bullies. We don't get enough of them. We don't get enough
In store for you? They'll tell you.
enough co-ed bullying going on. See, girl bullies are unique because you have to become clever and be mean rather than actual physically assault them. So you gotta flex that mental.
Percy?
Or do that. What? That was more like the Force. Okay.
Percy pushed me!
Ma'am, you're lying. Girl, you're lying. Well, I mean, like, to her it would seem like she got pushed, but oh no. Easy clap. You played yourself. You played yourself. Fury, you played yourself.
Didn't anyone just see that? Where's Mrs. Dodds?
See what, Percy? Mrs. Dodd's been dead for 50 years.
There's no one here by that name.
What? Oh yeah.
Mr. Jackson, a number of your classmates saw you and Mr. Underwood arguing with Miss Boba Fett. Yet you have offered
Boba
no
Fett?
explanation for how she ended up in that fountain.
Her last name is Boba Fett. There's so much stuff you could have made fun of her.
None of this is easy. Not for you.
I'd be like, don't talk to me, sir. You did nothing for me back there. You literally sat in your little wheelchair just like,
I didn't touch Nancy.
I know you didn't.
And then I'd be like, then why didn't you say anything?
I know you think you didn't.
Yo, do you know how like, I know this is a word, like how gaslitty that is?
Tell me. A lot of young people go through this sort of thing in my time. But all of them,
Why are you talking to him right now unless you're going to say something? Like, you just sound like an asshole right now. It's like you're going through some changes. I know you didn't push her, but you probably did with your mind. Yeah, if I was Percy, that would take me off, because it's like, sir, you're providing nothing for me. You're being vague as fuck. You're giving me the same speech about how I'm going through changes. Just like, let me go home in peace. Did he just leave with the groundskeeper? What was that?
I have a job. What does it look like I'm doing right now?
Losing at imaginary poker?
Imaginary
Yeah,
poker.
because you're a child and you don't understand things.
Oh no, this dude has a gambling addiction.
I don't know where your mom is. I'm not Nostradamus.
Nostradamus.
Every time. Wow. Wow.
I mean, here he's just annoying as fuck, bro. Like, I didn't see any like yelling or whatever. You gave him Captain Crunch.
Mr. Bruner called me too. He told me about Grover.
Yeah, Grover's an op. We don't fuck with Grover no more.
Please, could you have them put the peppers on my sandwich?
You got it.
Yeah, Gabe is just no good. He's just like, he's not like necessarily abusive.
My car. You understand me?
They don't put enough implication on shit in order to make me feel like he's actually a huge piece of shit.
Get ahead of it. Something that felt real to you, but no one else could.
Stop being vague and tell me like what's going on with me. Like, I hate when people do this in like any sort of fiction. We're just like, I'm going to lead you to the answer, but I'm not going to outright tell you, because it needs to be a mystery to an audience. What's going on with you? You're a wizard, Percy.
You fell in love with God? Like Jesus?
I'm about to pause it real quick. So here's my thing. When homie, the Percy's dad, I'm not going to say, I think I know who's Percy's dad is. It's been a while, but I think I know which God he is. Like, why wouldn't she should know what God he is. Why wouldn't she say his name or whatever? Or did he not give her his name, but he gave her the information that he is a God? So why wouldn't he be like, especially trying to flex on the hoes, you're trying to be like, yeah, yo, I'm the God of fucking whatever. And it's just like, she should have that information. She decided not to, and mind you, this is not a TV show thing. This is also a book thing. But again, as I said, you gotta have the mystery there so the audience can discover the same time that Percy discovers, because that's how it happens naturally. But yeah, I've been wondering about that, especially when it comes to story writing. Is there a way to like give the audience information without keeping the character in the dark? Because it just doesn't make sense that she wouldn't specify that information right here specifically. I know something happens where she can't elaborate. I don't know how it's going to play out in the TV show, but like right here is saying God. She could have said the blank God instead of just being like God.
And half-bloods are not safe in the world.
Half-blood sounds wrong, bro. Like, because it's half of something. What? Like demigod sounds dope. Just call him a demigod.
What is he doing here? I don't want to see him.
Yeah, he's dead to us.
Okay, so something's coming.
Grover.
And I know, that sounds really bad.
Grover.
But the important thing is not to panic.
I'm not panicking.
Grover?
Right? I'm also definitely not panicking. I feel very good about how we're doing so far.
Grover!
What?
Grover, why is there half a goat in your pants?
Yeah, but you still knew it happened. You can't just say that. I saw some of it. Like, so you still know.
The mist. It's the veil that hides the magical world from the human world.
Okay.
Legs, Dodds' wings. Even Dodds'
So you said the mist was blocking even him from seeing it. Okay, he is wearing underpants.
We're training. Everything has been training for what's still ahead of you.
What's ahead of me?
Boys? Yeah, I'm actually 24.
Hold on, please.
So, yeah, we're definitely not friends now. Come on, you can't just be like, and I'm 24 years old. Like, sir, you're my guardian. Ooh. Yo, that would be a car. What is that? A fucking sedan? You fucking trying to?
We're here. It's the boundary. No monsters can cross it.
Oh, it's the tree.
Percy will be safe on the other side.
Did they show the tree in the
But will all of us be
the
safe?
movies or whatever? Because that tree is significant later on down the line.
I am. You're a miracle. And you are my son.
You're a half god. Use that as a self-esteem booster. See, like, she's buying you time. This sacrifice would be worthless. Yo, she got Thanos. Very, very Luke Skywalker-esque. Yo, this actually looks pretty good. This looks better than the movie. Yo. That would have been the end of the book right there. Percy dead. Like, it's dark enough where it masks like the imperfections from the CG, but also is visible enough for me to make out what's going on. So
He's waking. Everyone, give him some space, please. Welcome to camp, Percy Jackson.
hey, okay, all right, that was episode 1 or chapter 1 of like the book, I guess. So yeah, that was episode 1. Really good, stayed true to fashion. Still rushed at certain places. There are, I have 100% faith. I'm not going to like talk about like adaptation and like whether or not it's a 1-for-1, because this is written by the person who written the books. So I have faith that like he's sort of telling the story in like how he wants to tell it based off of his original creations. Because sometimes when you write a book that came out like almost like 20 years ago, let me see when it came out. All right, so yeah, I looked it up. It comes out in it came out in 2005. So yeah, I was 20, almost 20 years ago, 19 years ago. 19 years ago, I was interesting. Yeah, we're going to continue on to episode 2. If you're watching this right now over on YouTube, head over down to Patreon for early access. But until next time, see y'all later.